Hey, yo, let's make sure the audio is good. This is like a regular thing I do. Go live, gotta make sure the audio good before I before I begin. Before I begin, you feel me? Before I begin. Going over the first verse of the book of John in the Bible. I'm gonna break it down metaphysically and the occult significance of this first verse of the book of John in the Bible. And understand that this first verse of the book of John in the Bible is the verse that essentially sums up the entire Bible and sums up not only just the Bible, but this first verse sums up it sums up reality in and of itself, all spiritual texts and what all spiritual texts are really in a way trying to convey, and just it gives you the most supreme knowledge. Okay, yeah, the audio is good. Okay, so peace be to the gods on earth. They bends the light, the Godhead. Back again with another live stream, man. Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods on earth that are taking birth at this time. And like I said, we will be in this live stream. In this live stream, we'll be going over the most important, most significant, or one of the most significant, if not the most significant, I'm going to say top three most significant verses in the Bible, metaphysically, in terms of the occult significance of it, as well as the spiritual, whatever, which is verse 1, chapter 1, verse 1 of the book of John in the Bible. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was, and the Word was God. Now, for some context first, I need you to understand something before I begin to begin my discourse on this verse. The entire Bible is a metaphysical, a spiritual, scientific, and occult textbook, encyclopedia when it comes to your life, when it comes to your soul, telling the story of the soul, the story of creation of this reality, but not only just creation of this reality, but the creation of realities within existence in and of itself. And you understand this when you look at the Bible and you read the Bible for what it truly is, which is a spiritual text that is delivering you metaphysical and occult truths about reality and about the true reality of what all of us truly are, which is God. The entire Bible breaks down, the Bible breaks down what you truly are, what existence truly is, and gives you just a whole bunch of other different wisdom when it comes to life. John chapter 10, verse 34, is it not written in your law, I say ye are gods? You know what I'm saying? The book of John in the Bible is the whole testament in and of itself is full of metaphysics and occult wisdom. But the book of John in the Bible specifically is a book that if you read it, it will give you the understanding of the metaphysics of your mind, the understanding of the true reality, which is mind, which is thought in and of itself. The only thing that truly exists is thought. You see, reality is simply a byproduct of thought, a byproduct of the mind. What we perceive to be reality, meaning physical reality, earth, is a byproduct of the mind, of thought. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's start from the beginning. Once again, peace be to the gods on earth. We here. My name is John Benzant. My name just so happens to be John as well. So, my ego is kind of tied to this a little bit more, right? But yeah, my name is John Benzant, aka J Benz the Light. I am a spiritual teacher. I am an occultist. I am a metaphysician. I am that I am. You dig what I'm saying? I'm many things. But one of the things, or two of the things that are very close to my heart is being a occultist and being a metaphysician. And when I say that I'm an occultist and a metaphysician, what I mean by that is I'm a man that studies the science of existence in and of itself, the science in the realm of thought in and of itself. And I understand how the realm of thought, the realm of imagination, the realm of mind is that which precedes all things within this existence and is the starting point to all things within existence. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, with understanding the mind and understanding the realm of thought, understanding how the mind works, in turn, you control and understand the universe. You understand existence itself, even beyond the body, even beyond the uh this physical form that you find yourself in. And not only that, but when you come into greater spiritual knowledge, greater spiritual understanding, then you come to understand what exactly it is, what exactly this reality is, and what all of us are doing here really. This entire reality is essentially a training ground for God. You are God, the infinite, the immortal, which has created this reality in order to experience what it's like to be finite and to experience what it's like to be mortal. You put yourself into duality to experience the duality of yourself. You know what I'm saying? All for the purpose of higher and greater understanding of what it truly is that you are, in order to better be able to create whatever it is that you want to create and do whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But once again, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's go to the beginning. Let's go to the beginning. So, the book of John in the Bible, chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So, in the beginning was the Word, as in understanding. You must understand metaphysically, spiritually, that physical, or let's go back to your laws of the universe that you find in the Kabbalion, separate Hermetic principles: mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender, specifically cause and effect. Every cause has an effect, every effect has a cause. Causes are effects, and effects are also causes. You know what I'm saying? This physical reality is the effect of a cause. The cause of physical reality is consciousness itself. Consciousness itself, mind itself. Mind or consciousness has created the physical reality as a kind of shell around itself to experience. Your consciousness creates the body. Consciousness creates the reality. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on. So, when it says in the beginning was the word, you must understand beginning, first of all, keyword beginning. There is no true beginning, you see. Zoom in a little bit. There is no necessarily beginning, you see, because when you meditate, you do the spiritual work and you came to a level of self-realization, you came to a certain level of enlightenment. Whether you did it through meditation or you did it through taking the shrooms, whatever, your ayahuasca, all that different shit, you really don't need all of that. Really, all you need is just meditation. You know what I'm saying? Just meditation. So let's say you came to enlightenment, self-realization based on your meditation, then you would understand that there is no beginning, there is no end. You know what I'm saying? All always has been. But you see the human brain, the human ego, which has only existed as far as from the time that you were born until now. Your birth was the birth of your ego. You see, you coming into the world was the birth of your ego. You know what I'm saying? Your ego, which is plain and simply a culmination of all of the sense impressions that were made upon your consciousness and the conclusions that you draw from those sense impressions. You see what I'm saying? The egoic human mind, finite mind, cannot comprehend how there is no beginning and no end. That's why going into meditation, you must go beyond the limitations of the mind and the confines of logic, the confines of the five sensory prism that your mind finds itself experiencing and perceiving. You know what I'm saying? When you see the third eye, right? Hold on, pull up a picture. Uh, pull up a picture, nigga. Hold on, hold on. Got something for y'all right now. Computer taking dumb long to load, nigga. Shit. All right, this is a picture from a character from this anime called One Piece, but you know it conveys. I'm just using this, you know, to convey the message right now. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the third eye, when you understand the concept of the third eye, it's understanding that you have two eyes for perceiving reality, two as well. Look at understand numerology, understand the significance of numbers and what the symbolism of the number two. Two is a representation of that duality. You know what I'm saying? Opposites, up, down, left, right, man, woman, day, night, life, death. You know what I'm saying? Two is a representation of that duality. You know what I'm saying? Your two eyes that you have in your face are used to perceive physical reality, dual, aka perceive duality that you're experiencing. But that third eye, you see it's one eye. The concept of the third eye is it's your spiritual eye, the one eye. You know what I'm saying? You have two eyes to perceive duality, physical reality, and you have one eye, one spiritual eye, which perceives the true reality, perceives all, sees the real. You know what I'm saying? When you're sleeping, right? When you're asleep and you're in your dream state, what is how are you seeing what's happening in your dreams? You're in your dreams and you're seeing all these different things as occurring, but you're not seeing with your two eyes on your human body. What is the eye that you're using to perceive all of this? Especially if you've been in your dream state or if you got to that certain spiritual level, you're able to kind of perceive from a perspective that is not yours, quote unquote. You're able to kind of see from a third person perspective, just perception in and of itself. That is your spiritual eye. You perceiving with that spiritual eye. You know what I'm saying? You're perceiving with that spiritual eye. Not only that, when you imagine in your head, for example, if I was to tell you to look to imagine a black cat in your head right now, you see a black cat in your mind right now. How is it that you're seeing just as much as you're seeing my face on the screen? How is it that you're able to see a black cat right now in your head? What how are you seeing that? It's that spiritual eye. that you're using to see that. When you hear about people talking about, oh, they intuitive, empaths, whatever, seeing energy, reading energy, whatever it may be, you're perceiving with that third eye, that spiritual eye. Now, now going back to John chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, the word was God, right? In the beginning, talking about the beginning of all creation. It's talking about the beginning of all creation. Hold on. Let me define something first too. Let me define for you, for the people who are maybe new to this, to the occult and the metaphysical. Let me give this to y'all too. Let me So Merriam-Webster defines the occult as number one, to be shut off from view or exposure, or to be that which is secret or not revealed, not easily understood, apprehended, hidden from view, not manifest, whatever. And then when we go to dictionary.com, how does dictionary.com define the term occult? They define it as relating to magic, astrology, or any system claiming use or knowledge of secret or supernatural powers or agencies, or beyond the range of ordinary knowledge or understanding, secret, disclosed, or communicated only to the initiated. Okay, now I want you to understand this. And me, I'm a person, I've studied the occult, the metaphysical for about 5 years now. Uh, I've spent thousands of hours watching the lectures of Bobby Hemmett, Brother Panic, people like them, different, metaphysical teachers. The occult, plain and simply, is just could be defined as hidden knowledge or the knowledge of the hidden, the knowledge of that which is not apparent. You know what I'm saying? The occult is simply the knowledge and the science of that which is not apparent, the knowledge of the knowledge and the science of the unseen. You see what I'm saying? When a scientist undergoes experimentation to try and understand uh, how fruit are grown or something like that, how you plant a seed in the ground and how it's grown, whatever. You know what? Fuck that. Better example: when you just put a seed into the ground and the seed is growing, there's a hidden thing that's going on within the ground. It's hidden from view, and all the stuff that's going on in the hidden is what gives rise to that plant, to that fruit. You know what I'm saying? To that fruit. The things that are going on in the hidden give rise to that which is apparent. The things going on in the unseen give rise to that which is going on in the scene. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the scene. And you know this because on top of that is when you find yourself, say, around people, you can sense a certain type of energy coming off of them. You can sense certain things going on in the unseen that are not out in the open. You feel certain energies, whatever. Let's say, yo, yo, girl, your girl caught you fucking with some other girl or whatever, cheating on her or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta drive her home. Fucking in that car ride home. Y'all both just may be in that car silent. Like y'all might just not even be saying a word. But that silence be loud as hell. You know what I'm saying? Or just whatever scenario in your life where you've experienced a very loud silence. You know what I'm saying? Is understanding that that the unseen isn't truly unseen. You know what I'm saying? It's just not apparent. You dig what I'm saying? That unseen is the occult. It's that hidden, unseen things that are going on, which are the true things that are happening. Just like how in your mind, every single day, you operate through life using your mind, with your mind. You feel what I'm saying? Everything you do, it starts off as a thought first. Every single creation, every single thing you have, it started off as a thought. Everything started off in the unseen, the realm of thought, and came into the scene or the realm of physical reality. You dig? And that brings me to this quote right here by Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill said, truly, thoughts are things, and their scope of operation is the world itself. So, with this understanding, you need to understand this, that if everything in this world, if nothing precedes a thought, and everything in this world comes from thought first, then what does that mean? And if you understand as well that we quote unquote die, that this is the finite world, this is the world which isn't the permanent, not the world of the real. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? What it's telling you is this: the realm of thought, the realm of mind, is the only true world. This world is the after image of the mind. This world is the effect of the cause, which is mind, which is consciousness, which is spirit. It tells you that the phenomena of the mind, thoughts in and of themselves, are things, truly living things. The things that occur within the mind are more real than the things that occur within the apparent physical reality life that you're living. Because you must understand, or when you just plain and simply observe, when you observe your mind, observe your conscious, observe yourself, your mind, you have a certain consciousness, a certain silence, eternal silence, a certain consciousness. All of your thoughts are on this blank slate that is your consciousness. And you're able to relate more to this when you go into meditation and you tell yourself, I am now observing my thoughts. And you step into the seat of the observer and you just become the observer of the different phenomena, different thoughts of your mind, rather than identifying and being carried along by your thoughts. You simply become the one that's observing them, rather. What is that which observes? That thing which observes, that consciousness, is that which has always been constant. That consciousness, it never changes, it never has changed since the time you were a child. That consciousness was always the same. It's never changed, ever, not once. That eternal silence that is your consciousness, it's always been that silence. It's always been that for as long as you can remember, as far back as you can remember. It's always been that. It's never changed. It's never changed. You feel me? The realm of your mind, the basic root of your mind is never changed. And that thing right there, that consciousness is what gives birth to all realities, which gives birth to all things. You see what I'm saying? So let's go back. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Okay. If you was to think in your mind right now, I'm going to get up. I'm gonna get up. You just do it, right? Okay. You get up and you just do it. You move based upon the phenomena of your mind. Nothing in reality, nothing in reality precedes a thought. Thought is the cause of all things within reality, mind. So, with the same understanding of when you say in your mind, oh, I'm gonna take a sip of this water, You say it in your mind and then you do it. The same way that you do that in your head. You can also say in your mind, I am rich. I got $1 million. I make $1 million a day. And then imagine yourself making $1 million a day. Feel yourself making $1 million a day. Imagine the life of what it's like to make $1 million a day, the life that you're living. Imagine every single aspect of that imaginary self and understand that just as much as you said, I'm gonna drink this water, and you can imagine yourself in your head drinking this water. You can feel the water on your tongue before you even drink it. You can feel the temperature, the coldness of the water before you even drink it. And you feel all of that and see all of that in your mind, in your head. The same way you do that is the same way that you can acquire whatever it is that you want in your reality. You know what I'm saying? Nothing precedes a thought. Thought is what gives birth to all things within reality. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, that brings me to number one law of the number one hermetic principle, the principle of mentalism. The principle of mentalism, which states the all is mind, universe is mental. This principle embodies the truth that the all is mind. It explains the all, which is the substantial reality underlying all the outward manifestations and appearances which we know under the terms of the material universe, the phenomena of life, matter, energy, and in short, all that is apparent to our material senses is spirit, which in itself is unknowable and undefinable, but which may be considered and thought of as a universal, infinite, living mind. It also explains that all the phenomenal world or universe is simply a mental creation of the all, subject to the laws of created things, and that the universe as a whole and in its part or units has its existence in the mind of the all, in which mind we live and move and have our being. This principle, by establishing the mental nature of the universe, easily explains all of the varied mental and psychic phenomena that occupy such a large portion of the public attention, and which, without such explanation, are non understandable and defy scientific treatment. An understanding of this great hermetic principle of mentalism enables the individual to readily grasp the laws of the mental universe and to apply the same to his well being and advancement. The Hermetic student is enabled to apply intelligently the great mental laws instead of using them in a haphazard manner. With the master key in his possession, the student may unlock the many doors of the mental and psychic temple of knowledge and enter the same freely and intelligently. This principle explains the true nature of energy, power, and matter, and why and how all these are subordinate to the mastery of mind. I gotta say that one more time, nigga. Like that shit. This principle explains the true nature of energy, power, and matter, and why and how all these are subordinate to the mastery of mind. AKA, long story short, you know what? Let me finish this and then I'm gonna say that what I want to say. One of the old Hermetic masters wrote long ages ago, quote, he who grasps the truth of the mental nature of the universe is well advanced on the path to mastery, unquote. And these words are as true today as at the time they were first written. Without this master key, mastery is impossible, and the student knocks in vain at the many doors of the temple. Now, what I was going to say before, let's go back to Napoleon Hill's quote. Truly, thoughts are things, and their scope of operation is the world itself. You need to understand, once again, that nothing precedes a thought. Your mind, when you, once again, when you've done the spiritual work, when you've done the meditation, when you have, let me zoom into my face because I want y'all niggas to really feel me. I want y'all niggas to really feel me. All the people that's watching this video, whether you watching it now or you watching it at another time when I'm whatever, or wherever that you're watching it, whenever and wherever that you're watching it, as many times as you watch this, I need you to really understand this. Nothing in reality precedes a thought. When you've done the spiritual work, the meditation, when you've done the sadhana, the spiritual sadhana, the spiritual work, you come to a point of what is known as enlightenment or self-realization, where you come to the understanding that you are that God. You come to the understanding that all that the return of the Christ, that the Christian, the Catholic, whatever that they talk about, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, my Lord and Savior. Jesus is coming back soon. Repent, because Jesus is coming back soon or whatnot. All that different shit. When you attain that enlightenment, that self-realization, you come into the understanding that that Christ that these niggas is talking about, that is prophesied is coming back, is plain and simply the return of your God consciousness, of you coming back into the understanding and the realization that you are God. You are the operant force of all of the forces of this material reality, this spiritual reality. Everything in this material reality is a byproduct of the spiritual reality. The spiritual reality is the true, real reality, the true, real world, nigga. I'm here. I'm here. I'm channeling right now. I'm in the spirit right now. The ancestors is here, nigga. Fuck you talking. Anyways, the spiritual reality is the true reality. The mental, what the phenomena of your mind is the driving force to all things in this existence. Whenever you see anybody in reality, whenever you see yourself, you look at yourself in the mirror, you see yourself, you see anybody. Understand, they're where they are in their lives based upon where their mind is at, how they're using their mind, what they're imagining, their concepts of self, their concepts of reality, their concepts of existence, their different beliefs about shit, all the things that are hidden in the background of their mind. That is the prime force, the prime thing which creates where you are at in your life, where people are at, why people look the way that they look. You dig what I'm saying? That brings me to this now. Hold on. Is it here? Okay. That brings me, oh shoot, let me share the screen again. I bet. That brings me to this diagram of the conscious and the subconscious mind. Anybody who has been down this path of studying the psychological, studying the occult, studying the metaphysical, whatever, studying science in general, and just trying to understand the nature of reality in and of itself. Eventually you run into people talking about the subconscious ruling majority of everything in your life. When you read books like The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, or this book right here, I don't know if y'all niggas can see this shit, but it's a book called Subliminal: How Your Unconscious Mind Rules Your Behavior by Leonard Midno. How Your Unconscious Mind Rules Your Behavior by Leonard Milado, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or just when you read Think and Grow Rich, he has a chapter in that book on the subconscious mind. The entire book, Think and Grow Rich, is really just about your mind. It's about really just understanding how your mind works. Think and grow rich. But anyways, eventually you gonna run into people talking about the subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Every single time you run into some type of spiritualist, whether it be Bobby Hemmett, Brother Panic, or a Swami in India, you know what I'm saying? Swami, Vivekananda, Yogananda, goddamn, Nityananda, whoever it may be, Satya, whatever, Kalima Namaha, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Whoever it may be, whenever you run into some type of Swami, whoever, eventually they gonna introduce the concept of the subconscious mind to you. which is plain and simply understanding this. And this is just the simplest. If I was to explain the subconscious mind to a 5-year-old, I would say this: your subconscious mind is the thing that always remembers everything that happens to you in your life. The part of yourself that forgets is your conscious mind. You only forget, or you perceive forgetfulness in your conscious mind. But in reality, you never forget anything. Every single thing that has ever happened to you, every single impulse, sensory impulse that has entered the five gates of your senses, including your thoughts that you have, every single thought, sensory impulse, all this shit, sensory impression, it's all permanently recorded in your subconscious. It's all there. Like you never, it never, it's permanently there. Every single thing that's ever happened to you in your life is permanently in your subconscious. Permanently in your subconscious. You dig? But you got to understand that when it comes to your subconscious, the things that were the most prevalent in terms of the most impactful, whether the most impactful emotionally, the most impactful spiritually, the most impactful physically, those are usually the things that have more of a psychological impact on you, on your subconscious, than other things. For example, hold on, y'all niggas, hold on, hold on. So, for example, right, when you was in school, when we was in school, high school, let's say he was in high school, and he was in history class, and your history teacher, that boring ass old nigga history teacher, he was like, in 1492, the British came through and they fucked everybody up. Like 9 times out of 10, you didn't give a fuck about what this nigga was saying. 9 times out of 10, it put you to sleep. 9 times out of 10, the only reason you wasn't even really listening to the nigga. You was really like daydreaming some other shit. Like you really, you know what I mean? Because the frequency in which he was saying and just the way he was saying this shit in 1492 and that nigga came through and fucked everybody up. Christopher Columbus, he came through, fuck niggas up. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying? Versus, imagine this. Imagine you was in history class and your teacher was like 1492. They niggas, they coming right through. They niggas, they coming right through. They banging they bringing the muskets. They bringing the muskets. They shooting the red, white, and blue. They hold on, like some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, whatever. Like if niggas came through like that, if niggas came through like that in history class, like on some rapping shit, like rapping history to you, like 1492, my niggas, we coming at you. Fuck America, red, white, and blue. We coming. The British, they coming. The British is coming. The British is coming. You feel me? Like if niggas came at you like that in history class instead of coming at you, oh, 1492. You know what I'm saying? Then 9 times out of 10, you gonna remember like that rapping shit more than 1492. You know what I mean? Like it'll have more of an impact upon your mind. But why though? Because number one, it's more harmonious, it's more rhythmic, it brings you a better, more joyful feeling when you hear people singing things in a certain melody, a certain harmonious melody. That's why you got to understand this too. That's why when it comes to music, music is subconscious programming. How do you know this? You know this plain and simply because there's songs that you haven't heard in years that used to be your favorite song in the moment. There was a song from 10 years ago that was your favorite song that you used to listen to all the time and you haven't heard it in years. But I guarantee if somebody was to play that song right now, or it's to be like, yo, sing that shit right now, even though you haven't heard it in years, you would still be able to sing it. You'll be able to sing it word for word and in the same way that the nigga who rapped it or sung it was singing it or rapping it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know for me, for example, when I was a kid, my favorite rapper when I was a kid, when I was like 8 years old, was Lil Wayne. And one of my favorite songs when I was like 8, 9 years old was "A Millie" by Lil Wayne and Mr. Carter. And I'll tell you right now, Mr. Carter, I haven't heard Mr. Carter in years. Like I haven't listened to Mr. Carter in like I can't remember the last time I listened to Mr. Carter. I was probably in high school or some shit the last time I listened to Mr. Carter by Lil Wayne. But I could rap it to you right now off the top of my head. Oh, Mr. Carter, hello, tell me where you been, shit, you know. And he said some shit like, "To you forever, from me to you." I heard somebody say, "Church, I'ma need a suit. I'ma need a fighting Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice." I got the flow, try to see the roof. Didn't wear bulletproof, so I got shot, and you can see the proof. Blind eyes couldn't look at me and see the truth. What if Stevie do? Cause I'ma leave it too wide on even you. Cause I'ma kill. Cause I'ma kill why. Cause I'ma kill why, kill O, and even murder why. He said, "I'ma kill why, kill O, and even you." Man, I got summer hating on me because it's hotter than the sun. Got spring hating on me because I never sprung. Winter hating on me because of colder than y'all. And I will never fall. Nigga, I haven't heard that song in years. How am I still able to recall that shit off the top of my head? Nigga, I ain't heard that shit in years. It's because it's programmed into my subconscious. Your subconscious is mainly programmed by three things: repetition, trauma, and symbols. And trauma doesn't necessarily mean like some fucking like when we think of trauma, we like to think of like a car accident or some shit. Nah, trauma is really good things that happen to you and really bad things that happen to you. There's good traumas, which are like those memories in your mind you can recall that just bring you the greatest joy. Those are good traumas. And then there's the really bad traumas, which are those memories you recall that bring you just all types of fucking phobias and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's good traumas and them bad traumas. You dig? And your mind, your subconscious is programmed by symbols, repetition, and trauma. What you constantly, repetitiously do. And this is something that was also in one of Napoleon Hill's books. This concept, one of his books called "Outwitting the Devil" by Napoleon Hill. This concept that he talked about called hypnotic rhythm, which was summoned, which basically, hold on, I'm gonna pull that shit up. Hypnotic rhythm, Napoleon Hill. I'm seeing a whole bunch of niggas trying to break this shit down. I just wanna, matter of fact, I'll just do this instead. Outwitting the Devil, Napoleon Hill, free PDF. All right, cool, right here. Winter hating on me because I'm colder than y'all, and I would never fall. I'm being hated by the seasons, so fuck y'all hating for no reason. Oh, Mr. Carter, hello, tell me where you been. Shit, you know, nigga, that shit hard. That was my favorite song, bro. When I was a kid, no funny shit. That was one of my favorite songs when I was a kid. Shit, crazy, bro. I never forgot that shit. Some shit that just came to my mind. This song called "Beam Join" by Rowdy Rebel. We don't do that. We just spit the shit that we live, nigga. Pow, pow, do we do that? How about that we shoot back? Better do that. Who's scared of that new Mac? Can I grab the 40, go and use that? If your bitch better, nigga better back and and shoot that. Beam John, make a move back. Send shots to a nigga bull's cap. Nigga, that was my shit, nigga. When I was younger. What a table of contents in this motherfucker. What a table of contents at in this motherfucker, nigga. Shit. What a table of contents at. I'm bringing out called Hypnotic Rhythm from this book. All right, cool, right here. Where that shit at, nigga? Okay, chapter 6, Hypnotic Rhythm, page 119. Okay, so basically, this concept of hypnotic rhythm is the gist of it creates a subconscious program to the point that when you just continuously doing it and doing it and doing it, it creates like a whirlpool thing where it's like it becomes it just creates the habit just becomes damn near impossible to break. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking crackhead, he doing all this crack. Nigga just crack every day. Crack, nigga, crack, crack, crack every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? To the point where he say, "Oh man, I gotta stop doing crack," but then nigga can't stop doing it. Next thing you know, man, gotta go to all type of rehab. Nigga gotta go to rehab and shit. He gotta fucking go to rehab. He gotta nigga go 3 days without smoking crack. Or you see this nigga just start smoking bullets. I mean, sweating bullets. He just in a fetal position. Crack. Oh, I need crack. Yo, that's really how that shit be though. That's really how that shit be though, son. That's how that shit be though. Like, cause it's like that habit just here we go. So this is a book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And this is chapter 6 of obviously, which is called Hypnotic Rhythm. I'm gonna just read this shit. So, okay, let me context. So the gist of this book is that the concept of this book is that this is a conversation between Napoleon Hill and the devil, right? This evil being entity that just wants to destroy everybody type shit. That's the concept of this book. Napoleon Hill is interviewing the devil, and the devil is telling him all of his different tricks on how he get niggas. Long story short, that's what the devil is doing here. Okay, so this is one of the devil's tricks, or rather, or a better way for me to explain. A better way for me to explain is that what the devil okay, so what the devil is conveying to Napoleon Hill is that he doesn't really have any tricks. You see what I'm saying? Like the devil really doesn't have any tricks. Like that's what the devil is saying to this nigga Napoleon Hill. He's saying he doesn't have any tricks. He plain and all, but what he really does, all he really does, is just use the natural laws of the universe and the natural way that the mind works against you. You know what I'm saying? It's like the concept is God is the aspect of your mind that acts in harmony with you and what you want, and use and the part of your mind that like works with you to get what you want. Versus the concept of the devil, based on this book at least, is that the devil uses the basic way that life works and the basic way that your mind works against you. God is with you, but the devil is against you. God is with you when it comes to the way your mind works, and the devil is against you with the way that your mind works. That's essentially the concept of this book. And the concept of hypnotic rhythm is explaining one of the ways that the mind works and how the devil works against you, how the devil uses hypnotic rhythm against you. That's what this shit is about. You dig? All right, so let's get into it, my nigga. Okay, so question. This is Napoleon Hill. Question and answer. Napoleon Hill and the devil. Napoleon Hill asking the question. The devil's answering the question. Okay, so question. What is this mysterious law through which you take permanent control of people's bodies even before you take over their souls? The whole world will want to know more about this law and how it operates. Answer by the devil. It will be hard to describe the law so you will understand it, but you may call it hypnotic rhythm. It is the same law through which people can be hypnotized. Question, my Napoleon Hill. So you have the power to use the laws of nature as a web in which you bind your victims in eternal control. Is that your claim? Answer, that is not only my claim, it is the truth. I take over their minds and bodies even before they die whenever I can lure them or frighten them into hypnotic rhythm. Question, what is hypnotic rhythm? How do you use it to gain permanent mastery over human beings? My nigga. Answer, I will have to go back into time and space and give you a brief elementary description of how nature uses hypnotic rhythm. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand my description of how I use this universal law to control human beings. Question, go ahead, but keep your story confined to simple illustrations which come within the range of my own experience and knowledge of natural laws. Answer, very well. I shall do my best. You, of course, know that nature maintains a perfect balance between all the elements and all the energy in the universe. You can see that the stars and the planets move with perfect precision, each one keeping its own place in time and space. You can see that the actions. Matter of fact, let me read that a little more evil. I should sound evil because it's the devil, right? I should sound evil. You can see that the seasons of the year come and go with perfect regularity. You can see that an oak tree grows from an acorn, and a pine grows from the seed of its ancestor. An acorn never produces a pine, and a pine seed never produces an oak. These are simple things which anyone can understand. What one cannot see is the universal law through which nature maintains perfect balance throughout the myriad of universes. You earthbound caught a fragmentary glimpse of this great universal law when Newton discovered that it holds your earth in its position and causes all material objects to be attracted towards the center of the earth. He called the law gravitation. But he did not go far enough to his study of the law. If he had, he would have discovered that the same law which holds your earth in position and helps nature to maintain a perfect balance over the four elements in which all matter and energy are contained is the web in which I entangle and control the minds of human beings. Let's read that one more time, my nigga. Let me read that in my evil voice, in my supervillain voice. If he had, he would have discovered that the same law which holds your earth in position and helps nature to maintain a perfect balance over the four dimensions, in which all matter and energy are contained, is the web in which I entangle and control the minds of human beings. Stupid humans. All right, question. Tell me more of this astounding law of hypnotic rhythm. Answer, as I have already stated, there is a universal form of energy with which nature keeps a perfect balance between all matter and energy. She makes specialized use of this universal building material by breaking it up into different wavelengths. The breaking up process is carried on through habit. You will better understand what I'm trying to convey if I compare it with the method by which one learns to play music. At first, the notes are memorized in the mind. Then they are related to one another through melody and rhythm. By repetition, the melody and rhythm become fixed in the mind. Observe how relentlessly the musician must repeat a tune before he masters it. Through repetition, the musical notes blend, and then you have music. Any impulse of thought that the mind repeats over and over through habit forms an organized rhythm. Undesirable habits can be broken. They must be broken before they assume the proportions of rhythm. Are you following me, my nigga? Let's read that one more time, the last paragraph, because that's key. In my evil voice this time, you know what I'm saying? Supervillain Ja. J Ben's the light, the supervillain. Any impulse of thought that the mind repeat. Oh yeah, I know what. Fuck that. Let me not fuck that. Any impulse of thought that the mind repeats over and over through habit forms an organized rhythm. Undesirable habits can be broken. They must be broken before they assume the proportions of rhythm. Are you following me, my nigga? Question. Okay, Napoleon Hill responding, yes. Okay, now the devil is continuing to talk. Answer. Well, to continue, rhythm is the last stage of habit. Any thought or physical movement which is repeated over and over through the principle of habit finally reaches the proportion of rhythm. Then the habit cannot be broken because nature takes it over and makes it permanent. It is something like a whirlpool in water. An object may keep floating indefinitely unless it is caught in a whirlpool. Then it is carried round and round, but it cannot escape, my nigga. The energy with which people think may be compared with water in a river. Napoleon Hill. So, this is the way in which you take control of the minds of people, is it? The devil. Yes. All I have to do to gain control over any mind is to induce its owner to drift. Napoleon Hill. Am I to understand that the habit of drifting is the major danger through which people lose their prerogative or privilege of thinking their own thoughts and shaping their own earthly destinations? The devil, that and much more. Drifting is also the habit through which I take over their souls after they give up their physical bodies. Napoleon Hill. Then the only way a human being can be saved from eternal annihilation is by maintaining control over his own mind while he is on this earth. Is that true? The devil. You have stated that truth perfectly. Those who control and use their own minds escape my web. I get all the others as naturally as the sun sets in the west. Napoleon Hill. Is that all there is to the business of being saved from eternal annihilation? Doesn't what you call your opposition, aka God, have anything to do with saving people? The devil. I can see that you do think very deeply. My opposition, the power you earthbound call God, has everything to do with the salvation of people from eternal annihilation. And for that reason, it is my opposition who provides every human being with the privilege of using his own mind. If you use that power by maintaining control over your own mind, you become a part of it when you give up your physical body. If you neglect to use it, then I have the privilege of taking advantage of the neglect through the law of hypnotic rhythm. Question, or Napoleon Hill. How much of a person do you take over when you gain control of him? The devil. Everything that is left after he ceases to control and use his own mind. Napoleon Hill. In other words, when you gain control of a person, you take over all there is of his individuality up to the time that he quits using his own mind. Is that correct? The devil. That is how I operate. Napoleon Hill. What do you do with people whom you control before death? Of what good are they to you while they live? The devil. I use them or what is left of them after I take charge as propagandists to help me prepare the minds of others to drift. AKA, this is just my interpretation of that. When he said, I take, after I take charge, or I use them, or he said, this is my interpretation of that, of when he said, I use them, or what is left of them after I take charge as propagandists to help me prepare the minds of others to drift. My interpretation is that this is the first thing that came to my mind is niggas who just live to entertain, low key. Like your entire purpose is just entertainment. Like we need entertain. Like we need niggas that's like really funny and make niggas laugh and shit. But it's like sometimes sometimes you just like an agent type shit. Like sometimes niggas just be agents. Like they entire purpose is just distraction. Distraction. Like what's the best way to distract people? By entertaining them. That's the best form of distraction is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But let me continue. Napoleon Hill, you not only fool people into destroying their power to control their own minds, but you use them to help you trap others. The devil, yes, I let no opportunity get away from me. Napoleon Hill, let's get back to the subject of hypnotic rhythm. Tell me more of how this law works. Show me how you use individuals to help you gain control over others. I want to know something of the most effective way you use hypnotic rhythm. The devil, oh, that is easy. The thing I like best is to fill the minds of people with fear. Fear, fear. Fear is an entity, my nigga. Fear is a mental thought form, aka an entity. Understand that your thoughts are just as real as any man or woman walking the street. You know what I'm saying? If not more real. Because people's entire everything is people's entire just motivation for doing a lot of things that they do is really it can come down really to just a couple thoughts that they have in their mind. Like, think about that, meditate on that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that is easy. The thing I like best is to fill the minds of people with fear. Once I fill one's mind with fear, I have little trouble causing him to drift until I have entangled him in the web of hypnotic rhythm. Napoleon Hill, what human fear best serves your purpose? The devil, the fear of death. Death is inevitable, my niggas. We all gonna die in this motherfucker. That's why it's best to gain knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Build, invent, apply the knowledge, become wise, and create the best possible experience for yourself. Make yourself into the best version of yourself that you admire and respect the most and honor the most, and create the best experience for yourself, and then create the best experience for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, this entire world is a fucking, it's all just really an experience. It's all just really just a memory. This world, your entire life, in a way, one way you could look at it, your entire life really is like it's just all just a memory. It's all just one memory in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about all the different things that happened to you in the past, like a year ago, a week ago, a month ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever. All these different things, ultimately, all these things, they're just memories. What you're doing right now, you're in the moment right now, doing what you're doing right now, watching this video, listening to the sound of my voice, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, what you're doing right now is going to become a memory. It's going to be just one of just an uncountable number of memories that you have. You know what I'm saying? In the next 5 minutes, this everything that's happening right now will just be history. It already is history. You dig? You feel what I'm saying? Like, this entire world is just one big ass experience. So it's best not to fear death, because it's coming regardless. You know what I mean? It's gonna come no matter what. The best thing to do, the intelligent thing to do, is plain and simply to create the best experience for yourself. Empower yourself through knowledge. Empower yourself with intelligent things. Don't spend so much time indulging into mundane and meaningless sense pleasures, mundane and meaningless entertainments. You dig? Like, you fuck this girl, but all my niggas know post nut clarity. All my niggas experience post nut clarity. All my niggas that's watching this, you've experienced when you seen a girl, she was bad. You thought, damn, she bad as fuck. She's sexy. Whatever. I like her. You go after her. You get her number. Whatever, whatever. You just thinking, damn, I'm trying to best believe I'm gonna get that shorty. Oh shit. And then fast forward a week later, you smash. After you smash, you realize I don't even really like this girl for real. Like all that energy, I put all that energy was really because in my mind, like I seen Shorty and I just wanted to kill. I wanted to kill for the thrill. I wanted to get the kills for the thrills. Like I seen her ass was stupid fat, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Her face pretty. She had the fucking that lip gloss on that made her lips look fucking crazy. You know what I mean? She got some big titties. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in your head, you just like, damn. But then low key after you smash that post nut clarity hit, and you were like, I really don't even like this girl for real. Like everything, all that shit was really just for me to smash. Damn, low key, this shit was kind of a waste of time. Like low key, this shit was like, especially when you come into the knowledge of the power of your seed, the power of your nut. This isn't that's a conversation for another live. But especially when you come into the power of your seed and the power of your sexual energy, you realize like you put so much energy to fucking like pointless pussy a lot of the times. Or the worst thing is when you beat your dick. You know what I'm saying? That be the worst shit ever. Hold on. That be the worst shit. Hold on. I just gotta say this. I need y'all to feel me on this. That be the worst shit ever. The worst shit ever be when you beat your fucking dick. And then after you do it, you like, damn, what the fuck I just did. There's never been a time when you beat your dick and you was like, man, I'm really happy I did that. Like you that don't happen. Like you beat your dick and immediately you like, damn, like you just start feeling bad. Like, why the fuck did I do that? That was so dumb. Like I just gave away my most powerful energy just for fucking 5 seconds max of some ecstasy. And then it just ends and I'm back to fucking regular with fucking nut all over my hands. And I'm looking at this video of these fucking strangers fucking on the phone or on a computer or whatever. And I'm just like, damn, like you just feel bad. Like there's no way you feel good after beating your dick. It's things like that I'm talking about. It's like these mundane, just pointless, these mundane, pointless, illusionary physical pleasures, mundane pleasures of the mind, of the body. We spend so much time indulging into these things, but in reality, 9 times out of 10, it's a fucking waste of time and energy. But in our mind, it's like in your mind, you just like shit, fuck. You justify the shit in your head. You dig? You justify it in your head, but in reality, this shit is a fucking waste. You dig? It's a fucking waste of time and energy. It's a fucking waste, my nigga. You dig? Like I remember Illuminati or Spiritual Soul said this shit in the video. He was like, nigga, you beating your meat, you jacking off, nigga. You don't even realize like there's two types of niggas. There's niggas that beat they dick to porn, and then there's niggas that fuck the bitches that you beat your dick to, or some shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Like some shit like that. It's like that same energy that you using to beat your dick is the same energy you could be using to actually pull up on put to actually get that real one that's a fucking queen piece on your chessboard. When you look at if you look at your life as a chessboard, you're the king, the queen piece, the most powerful piece on that board, right? You know what I'm saying? You using that energy to get your queen piece, your most powerful queen piece. But you expelling that energy on thoughts, pointless thoughts, mundane thoughts. You basically using bitches as a sex toy. Let me not say bitches. Matter of fact, I'm saying bitches. You saying you using bitches as a sex toy. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. But this isn't alive for that. For that, this isn't alive for that. But I just had to say that. Let's get back to it. Um, so the fear of death, and then um, okay, I okay, okay, he's not talking about hypnotic rhythm anymore. Okay, so yeah, like I think this is a good segue into talking about the law of rhythm from the Kabbalion, and then after I talk about the law of rhythm from the Kabbalion, the universal law of rhythm, I'm just going to my final remarks, and then I'm gonna end the live. Get off this motherfucker. The principle of rhythm, law number 5, my nigga. So, okay, the principle of rhythm that you find in your book, The Kabbalion, one of the Hermetic principles, laws of the universe, my nigga. The law of rhythm, principle of rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifest in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is a measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. Okay, now this is the principle of rhythm. This principle embodies the truth that in everything there is manifested a measured motion to and fro, a flow and inflow, a swing backward and forward, a pendulum like movement, a tide like ebb and flow, a high tide and a low tide, between the two poles which exist in accordance with the principle of polarity described a moment ago. There is always an action and a reaction, an advance and a retreat, a rising and a sinking. This is in the affairs of the universe, suns, worlds, men, animals, mind, energy, and matter. This law is manifest in the creation and destruction of worlds, in the rise and fall of nations, in the life of all things, and finally in the mental states of man. And it is with this latter that the Hermeticists find the understanding of the principle most important. The Hermetists have grasped this principle, finding its universal application, and have also discovered certain means to overcome its effects in themselves by the use of the appropriate formulas and methods. They apply the mental law of neutralization, aka going into the middle point. They cannot annul the principle or cause it to cease its operation, but they have learned how to escape its effects uh, upon themselves learn how to escape its effects upon themselves to a certain degree, depending upon the mastery of the principle. They have learned how to use it instead of being used by it. In this and similar methods consists the art of the Hermetist. The master of Hermetics polarizes himself at the point at which he desires to rest, and then neutralizes the rhythmic swing of the pendulum, which would tend to carry him to the other pole. All individuals who have attained any degree of self mastery do this to a certain degree, more or less unconsciously. But the master does this consciously, and by the use of his will, and attains a degree of poise and mental firmness almost impossible of belief on the part of the masses who are swung backward and forward like a pendulum. This principle and that of polarity have been closely studied by the Hermetists, and the methods of counteracting, neutralizing, and using them form an important part of the Hermetic mental alchemy. Okay, so talking about the law of rhythm, right? To elaborate upon that and give you the gist of it. The gist of it is this, and I'm going to use the example of your emotions. The example of your emotions. Plain and simply, it's understanding emotionally, right? Let's say you seen Donald Trump get boomed the other day. Somebody tried to boom his shit. Somebody try to fucking quick scope that nigga the other day. Somebody tried to quick scope Donald Trump 2 days ago, whenever it was. And but they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas try to quick scope that nigga, try to make a clip out that nigga, but they didn't do it, right? Now they weren't successful. Uh some people see that and they emotions. Some people, let's say the more emotional types of us, the more emotional of us, seeing somebody try to quick scope Donald Trump and They look at it and they emotions just take them over. Oh my God. Oh, our president. Ah, how could they do this in our country? How could they? Ah, ah, and all this. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, whatever. What the principle of rhythm is saying, I'm just using this as an example. What the principle of rhythm is saying is like this: you may see somebody try to quick scope Donald Trump, try to fucking make a clip out this nigga, try to blow his dome off, right? You seen that happen the other day, and you may feel emotional about it. You may feel that within yourself, but the law of neutralization is getting to the middle point, having your emotions at that center point. Like when you look at the zodiac wheel, the circle, there's a dot in the middle point. Or when you look at the 12 disciples, then there's Jesus, the 13. There's the 12 disciples, and then there's Jesus, the 13, which is the one in the middle point. You feel what I'm saying? You apply the law of neutralization and you have your emotions in center point. So if you see Donald Trump almost get quickscope, or you see remember them fucking fucked up commercials with the African kids. It'd be like in the arms of the angels, and it be them niggas like giving little. It'd be a little African kid. You see this nigga. You see this nigga fucking bones and shit. His belly all the way out here somehow, but this nigga is like all bones, like he's starving. Like and you hear that sad fucked up music in the background. In the arms of the angels, like yeah. Remember them fucked up commercials? And then it'd be like the white people. It's always white people. It'd be the white people giving the little starving Africans like a fucking bowl of rice or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's always a bowl of rice. Like it's always like a fucking bowl of rice and the same fucked up song in the background, asking for donations, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember you see that, and immediately your emotions is like, oh my god, my brothers in Africa are starving, my starving African brother, my starving African brothers in Wakanda, they are starving in Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? Like my brothers in Africa, the little kids, they're starving. Oh my God, this is fucked up. And you can get emotional about it, but you being emotional about it really doesn't do shit. What actually does something is you taking logical and practical action. You can get as emotional as you want. You could fucking damn near cry in the fetal position, but that doesn't do nothing. The master of their mind, the master of their emotions, the master of the law of rhythm is able to be in that middle point and say, damn, I feel for these African kids in fucking Wakanda. I feel for these niggas that's starving in fucking Wakanda. I feel for these niggas. I really feel for these niggas for real. Like they is all bones. They looking like they all just straight bones, and they bellies is just fucking inflated for some reason. You know what I'm saying? These white people is only feeding them rice. This is fucked up. Like you can in your mind think that, but at the same time be like, okay, if I really want to make a difference, I'm gonna do something that's practical. I'm gonna get my money together. I'm gonna create this organization. I'm gonna do this, do that, and I'm gonna actually go over there. Maybe build a fucking grocery store for these niggas. Or something. Plant some fruit trees. I'm gonna do something for these niggas, rather than just sitting down and just crying, sitting down and crying. You see a commercial in the eyes of the angels. You know what I'm saying about these starving African kids. You see it on a TV, you sit down, you fucking cry at the commercial, and then you just change the channel. Oh, I wonder what the score of the game is. Oh, news at 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you see that shit, you start crying, and then your mind just immediately goes to the next fucking thing. You dig what I'm saying? This is an example of just your mind not being in that middle point. This is an example of just the basic manipulation that media, TV, whatever, news and shit like that, all these niggas do to the masses, because most niggas haven't really got to that level of mental mastery. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They don't understand reality. They don't understand how reality works. They don't understand how the mind works. They don't understand the very fabric and core of reality, of existence, and how all this shit works. That's why niggas worship Jesus and all that shit. It's a product of them not understanding how their own mind work, how reality works. Because when you understand how reality works, when you understand how your fucking mind works, then you understand that it is your mind that's the power. Your mind is the all. You're the all. You're God. You're the one that gives your power to these things. You're the one that creates these fucking things. You're the one that creates the deities, all these different when you study Kemet, if you a Kemet nigga and you study Kemet, you look at Tahuti, Yasar, Aset, Nut, Geb, motherfucking Set, Heru, uh Het Heru, whatever the fuck. All these different gods and shit like that is representations of certain types of certain energies, aka different thought forms, different energies or entities, thoughts in your mind, aspects of yourself, aspects of the universe that they personified and gave characteristics and personalities to in order to convey message, in order to convey meaning, in order to convey a lesson, in order to teach, to educate. The ignorant motherfucker says, "Oh, Heru, thank you, Heru, thank you, Heru." Oh, Set, man, fuck that nigga Set. You know what I'm saying? The ignorant nigga says, "Jesus, thank you, Jesus, my Lord and Savior," and all that stuff. But the occultist, the metaphysician, the one who understands how the mind works, the one who understands, the one who has experienced self-realization, because self-realization and enlightenment is an internal experience. I can lead you to the door, just like Morpheus said. I can lead you to the door based on my own experience and based on my own understanding. But ultimately, enlightenment and self-realization is an internal experience. It's something that you understand based upon your own personal experience of it. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? So when you understand that and you understand nothing precedes a thought, and throwing it back to the original topic of this live, in the beginning was the word. Then you understand the true significance of that. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. You gain the true understanding of that statement or those statements. And when you gain the true understanding of those statements, as understanding that it is you, your own self, that is the causer of reality, the causer of your life, the causer of your different emotions, different phobias that you may have, the different fears, and whatever the fuck. You understand that. You understand how your mind works. You understand how your subconscious is programmed. You understand how reality works at its core by understanding that reality is plain and simply a byproduct of consciousness or the mind itself. You understand that, then the world is yours, my nigga. Then the world is yours. There's nothing else to say. And you understand that, then the world is yours. And with that being said, I don't think there's anything else left to say. I think I've conveyed my point. I think I've conveyed the message. You know what I'm saying? I think I've conveyed my point in the message. So, with all that being said, man, with all that being said, man, I'm Jay Benz the Light, aka the Godhead. Peace be to the gods on earth. Jay Benz the Light, the Godhead. Yo, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Help me out. Follow me on all platforms. Jay Benz the Light. That's my name right there. Jay Benz the Light. You feel me on all platforms. Same name on all platforms. Jay Benz the Light. You feel me? I'm a metaphysician. I'm an occultist. I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a spiritual teacher. I am I am that I am. You feel me? I'm a person that has a vast and very intricate and deep understanding of the mind and how it operates, how it works. I have a large understanding of alchemy, mental alchemy. You know what I'm saying? And I understand my purpose in this reality. I understand why I exist within this reality. And this live stream is just one of many. It's just one of many of my works that I will be conducting over my lifespan until the time that my time here on this plane of existence is complete. You dig. So with that being said, peace be to the gods on earth. Make sure that you meditate. You feel me? Make sure you meditate. And like I said before, there's an abundance of mundane, meaningless distractions, whether in the form of uh, entertainments on social media or in the form of mundane and meaningless sensual pleasures, fucking just for the sake of fucking. You know what I'm saying? Understand that when you understand your power and you understand how to use your power and transmute it to higher goals and higher levels, then you're going to tap into just higher and higher and just different realms of your being, different realms of reality just by doing that, just by retaining your seed, just by meditating, starting a practice of meditation consistently, just by um, fasting. You know, abstaining from eating solid food. Most of the food you eating is probably bullshit anyway. Abstaining from eating solid food, the food. You know what I'm saying? Especially the animal, especially the animal products and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Starting a practice of fasting on the regular or just going on an extended fast, allowing your body to purify itself because you need to understand that your body is made to fast. Your body's made to fast, and your body actually has a storehouse of energy that could sustain you for months without eating anything. You know what I'm saying? You can live off of really just the sun and breathing and drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you black, you can. If you me, if you one of the guards, you got the melanin, then yeah, 100%. If not, then shit, I don't know what to tell you. But you can live off of just like that for a long extended period of time. And not only that, but when you start a practice of fasting, celibacy, meditation, one of the three, just doing one of the three will will exponentially propel you forward in terms of your spiritual mental growth. But if you do all three at the same time, that's the big three right there when it comes to spiritual growth is is meditation, celibacy, and fasting. If you do all three of those things at the same time over an extended period of time consistently, without fail, without breaking, um, you will experience, you'll see the matrix code. Put it to you like that. You will see the matrix code and you'll see it just as clear as you're seeing my face on the screen. You'll see the matrix code and you'll gain great clarity, revelations, and understanding about yourself, about reality, about other people, about the mind, about the animals, about the sun, the moon, the cosmos itself, all things. You feel me? You'll revolutionize your life. But, and also, of course, obtain knowledge, read your spiritual text, your Bhagavad Gita, read your Emerald Tablets, read your Kabbalion, read your Upanishads is cool. Upanishads is cool. Read your read your Vedic texts like your Rig Veda, Sattva Veda, um, Mahabharata, Ramayana, uh, Laws of Manu, whatever. Read your spiritual text to gain more understanding and clarity when it comes to your spiritual path and your spiritual growth. But understand though that the there's one thing that is superior to all these books. There's one thing that is superior to all of this knowledge, all these books and all these textbooks. There's one thing that is superior to the Bible. There's one thing that is superior to the Bhagavad Gita and all these different whatever. And that one thing that is superior to that, to all these different texts, is meditation. Meditation is, put it to you like this, it's one thing to read the Bible or to read the Bhagavad Gita, but it's another thing to understand how the authors of the book created the book and their mind state and their perspective on how that they was operating at and their level of consciousness and what they was operating at mentally and spiritually to even create the text. You feel me? Meditation will put you into the seat of the creator of the Bible. Meditation will put you into the seat of the creator of the Bhagavad Gita. Meditation will put you into the seat of the creator of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Meditation will put you into the seat of the creators of the netters, the Kemetic netters, if you into Kemet. The 99 attributes of Allah, if you went to Sufism, Muslim, Islam, whatever. Meditation will put you into the seat of the creators of spiritual texts, rather than you just absorbing and reading the spiritual text. Meditation will put you into the seat of the person or the consciousness that creates all of them, that created all of them. You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all platforms. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because it helps grow my channel. We're on the road to 1 million and beyond. And my purpose in this reality, my purpose in this life is to completely revolutionize the three aspects of being: education, health, spirituality. The three aspects of reality, the three aspects of reality on earth. My purpose in this life is to revolutionize these three aspects and to be the ruler of this planet, gain rulership for this planet, put you into the seat of rulership for this planet rather than being under systems that we call governments, governmental systems, putting you into the seat of power yourself, because that's what you are. You are the seat of power. You are God. So, with that being said, we've come to the point where Malcolm X came and did his work. Elijah Muhammad came and did his work. Noble Drew Ali, whoever, Brother Panic came and did his work. Dr. Khalid Muhammad came and did his work. Whoever, whatever, Dr. Ben, whoever, and whatever. All these different teachers, historians, metaphysicians, occultists, whoever, and whatever, they all came and they did their work. If you're existing now and you're on the frequency, understand that you are a part of the work that is to transcend what they were doing, the work that is to build on top of what they already built, the work that is to propel us forward and bring us to the next level. Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad, for example, they were instrumental in bringing us to a certain level. But we're past that. If you exist now, part of your purpose is to bring us to the next level. And this is a message to the world and all the people who can hear this frequency. Your purpose now is to bring us to the next level. Your purpose ain't to fucking try and emulate Malcolm X and all these different people who came before. Nigga, they did what they did so that you can exist now. They did what they did so that you could bring niggas to the next level that they brought us to. They brought us, Malcolm X may have brought it, let's say Elijah Muhammad brought us to level 3, Malcolm X brought us to level 4. And then the next person brought us to level 5, 6, 7. You exist now is your responsibility to bring us to level 8, 9, 10, and beyond. You dig what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm Jay Benz, the light, the Godhead. I'm here. Peace be to the gods on earth. Jay Benz, the light. I'm out, man.